Have you ever sat in a room full of people, laughed at the jokes, joined the conversation, and still felt strangely alone? You leave the gathering. You check your phone. You replay the night in your head. And somehow, the loneliness is still there. Which makes no sense, because loneliness is supposed to happen when you're alone, right? But what if loneliness has very little to do with how many people are around you? What if some people aren't suffering from a lack of social contact, but from something much harder to notice? I call it the Social Starvation Theory.
Imagine two people. Both spend the day around friends. Both talk. Both laugh. Both receive messages. From the outside, their lives look equally social. But there's one difference. The first person feels seen. The second person feels performed. One is emotionally nourished. The other is emotionally starving. Because human connection isn't measured by proximity. It's measured by psychological visibility. The feeling that someone actually sees who you are. Think about food. A person can eat all day and still be malnourished. The stomach is full. The body is starving. Social life works the same way. Many people consume endless interaction. Texts, group chats, work conversations, social media, small talk. But very little genuine connection. Their social stomach is full. Their emotional system is starving. And over time, this creates a strange feeling. The feeling of being surrounded, yet unseen. Included, yet disconnected. Present, yet absent.
The problem often begins much earlier than people realize. Many lonely people become experts at fitting in. They learn what to say, how to act, what parts of themselves are acceptable, what parts should stay hidden. So they become liked, but not known, accepted, but not understood. And eventually a painful question appears. If people knew the real me, would they still stay? So the mask becomes safer than honesty. But every mask creates distance, even when everyone loves it. Because deep down, people don't want connection with their performance. They want connection with their reality. This is why loneliness often becomes strongest in crowds, because crowds expose the gap between being around people and feeling understood by them. You watch conversations happen. You smile. You participate. But something inside quietly whispers, "They don't really know me." And that whisper grows louder over time. Not because you're broken, not because your friends are bad people, but because emotional hunger cannot be satisfied by social quantity, only social depth. Maybe loneliness was never the absence of people. Maybe it was the absence of being truly seen. Because the opposite of loneliness isn't popularity. It isn't attention. It isn't having more friends. The opposite of loneliness is connection. Real connection. The kind that happens when someone sees your imperfections and stays. The kind that happens when you stop performing and start being known. And if you've ever thought, why do I feel lonely even when I'm surrounded by people? Maybe the answer isn't that you need more friends. Maybe you're simply starving for something deeper than company. Maybe you're starving for connection.